Hello, my name is Lisa Philippi, and thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel today. I wanted to do a flip through of this junk journal that I've created and do a little bit of an Etsy update. I have listed some other little notebooks that are also in my Etsy shop. These are just little blank notebooks. They are junior sized composition notebooks that have just blank pages. And I've just covered the front and the back and the spine part here with some fabric. The rest is covered with paper. And if you can see that though, it does give some texture and some layering. And then I've added some tabs here to divide the papers out. And I did that to all of them. And on this one, the pocket, I did it kind of different. I did the pocket that way, and then on the other ones you'll see, I'll do with those real quickly, that I did the pocket the other way. This one has already sold, so that one's getting ready to be shipped out, but this one I'll show you as well. Again, the tabs down here, little image. This one has a little scripture verse. Let me see if that'll focus, if I have it too close here. It does say, "Then Jesus said, 'Father, forgive them,'" which is Luke 23:34, I believe. That's so tiny, it's hard to read, even with my glasses on. But then on this one, the pocket is, let me put it down here where you can see it. The pocket is on this end. So it was hard to decide which way to do the pocket. And then I've just put some pieces of ephemera in here in the pocket. And then again, the back is also covered. And so those are just some little blank notebooks. There's also this one. This one's a little bit different. It's just a blank notebook that I had on hand and been meaning to do something with it for a while. Again, I just did a pocket on the inside of the front cover, and on this one there's a pocket on the back, a side pocket on the back cover. So on the front cover it's this direction, and on the back it's this direction. But again, simple, non-expensive little blank notebooks. But then this one, let me set those aside out of the way. And then this one is more of a junk journal. This one measures 8 inches by 5 inches. So it's kind of about the size of a traveler's notebook, I think. And has about a 1-inch spine. Again, it's covered on the front and the back with fabric. And then on the front here, I've covered the fabric with some pieces of like cardstock that were printed, and then another layer here of the cardstock that also has a piece of fabric with the frayed edges around it. And then the lace that wraps to the front to the back. It was tied together with some seam binding, which I'll put some extra of that in as well. And let's see, on the inside of the journal, you've got 3 pockets, and I'll go ahead and do this to show you what this looks like without everything in the pockets. So that's what it looks like without everything in the pockets. And then again, everything just kind of goes in however you want it to. You could always take these things out, use them other places, put your own things in. And this one, it's just a piece of, so it could be written on, it's just blank. But I'll go ahead and put those back in real quick here, just so you can see. You've got tickets, stamps, just little pieces of ephemera. Sorry, I bumped the camera. Let me study that. And okay, so now, again, just to show you too, this one has lots of laces on the edges of the papers. Excuse me, I've used pinks and blues and ivory, so lots of really pretty colors. And so let's see, this one has quite a few pages. So there's a side pocket here. This is a page from like a Sears and Roebuck catalog. So that one is just folded up and put in so that you can have that. This little pocket, you've got seam binding, kind of just to give it some texture on this little glassine bag. And then I just put this in as just like a journaling spot. And then you've got some blank paper for writing, which again is from a vintage writing tablet. And then more, these digitals, I will list the link to the Etsy shop where these digitals came from. But I really like these. I think they're really pretty. I have coffee dyed the papers. And then on the back here, I've just paper clipped in another piece from, this one's on cardstock. And then this is a authentic from, I think this is I want to say these are from about 1934. Prescriptions that are from Brenham, Texas. And I bought a whole bunch of those in a package. So I've been but I thought this one, the color matched perfectly. And then over here, it's a handmade paper, which I've put a little piece of lace here for that little pocket for this tag. And then this is a French book page, which is that cotton rag paper. And then this one, this is some gorgeous tatting that I had in my stash that I've added to this page. The color just matches perfectly. Some writing space. Coffee dyed paper doily. And then let's see here. This one, I made one of these waterfall tags with just some pieces that are, you know, usually like from scraps and different things from my stash. But this is nice because it's something that can be removed and replaced if you wanted to use that somewhere else. And then this was an avocado dyed little ledger paper. This is some paper. It almost feels like construction paper, but it's actually from a vintage like scrapbook album that I had purchased. And then let's see, on this one I put a pocket and just some, this is a folded up French book page and some other pieces of ephemera here. Let's see, this one is a ledger paper that is vintage, but I think this one got coffee dyed. And then this one has just a nice little, this is a nice sturdy cardstock. So this makes it, because these are just blank pages for writing that are from like notebook paper, but I've coffee dyed them. But so if you are going to write, this is a nice piece that you can put underneath here so that you don't get the bumps or whatever from other things that are in there. It's just a nice little piece that you can stick in when you're writing underneath the page that you're writing on. And again, just like I said, a couple of pages that are there for writing. And then the center has this envelope that I haven't put anything in, but you could definitely put something in that envelope. And then here, again, the other two sides of that blank writing paper. And then let's see, this one has this nice blue lace that I glued down, but I left it so that it creates that little tuck spot with a tag. And again, more of that ledger. And here, again, you've just got blank writing space, but I went ahead and put in some other pieces of ephemera. You've got a tag. This would have been like an advertising card and a little thing of birds here. And then this flips out, and I just paper clipped a little tag on. And then again, more just blank writing space. Pretty. This, I actually hand dyed that to make it the pink color. And then another piece that's just paper clipped in. And then that French book page, more of that handmade paper. And then this one, I did create a little uptuck spot here. That's a piece from a Tim Holtz package. And then just another piece that I had. And so those just fit in there. Again, some more of that pretty blue tatting. And then more writing paper, another one of these little glassine bags, again with just writing place. So this would make a really nice journal for you or for a gift. And then here on the back pocket, on the back cover, sorry, I put a pocket in, and I actually sewed that in, so it's very secure and makes a nice place. It's got a lot of room for putting stuff in there. So this is something that I made, and it's basically, this postcard is from the Graphics Fairy, and this is a rusted safety pin and some layers of some gorgeous laces. And I did not come up with this idea. I saw this on Pixie K Designs, and it's been a while back, but I really, really loved this idea. So this is in the back pocket here. And again, here is the back of the journal, again with the fabric. And this one, I just got it listed in my Etsy shop, so it is available. And hopefully I will be back with some new stuff soon. I have another journal that I have actually already started, but it's off to the side here, and I will be working on that. So hopefully I'll have that to show you soon. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. I love hearing from you. If you leave me a comment, it would make my day. Thanks again, and have a good one. Thanks. Bye.